Another Russian general bites the dust. Russian Telegram channels reports about the death of Major General Leonid Leontievich Polyakov died yesterday. Cause of death not specified yet, but they claim he was in Ukraine at a time. So until now, more than dozen Russian generals are killed in Ukraine. The propagandists suddenly started barking at each other because the Ukrainians are not afraid of the Russian occupiers.
Мы поставили российской армии задачу 24 февраля.
Какую задачу вы поставили? Не воевать?
Минуточку.
Продемонстрировать силу? Напугать их?
Продемонстрировали, напугали?
Это не военная задача, это политическая. А оказалось, что они не пугаются. А оказалось, что это пшик для...
And this propagandists are even more mad. We haven't started a war yet.
Я еще раз говорю, мы не начинаем еще войны. Мы вот воюем как-то вот так. Знаете, туда-сюда, там, ну, может быть, вот, потому что так не воюют. Ну, не воюют так. Ну, потому что, да, мы, наши там города, наши люди, там, наши там, это, я еще раз говорю, мы идем потихонечку. Наверное, есть какая-то тайная вещь. Ну, да, мы там радуемся нашему продвижению, но это продвижение, если посмотреть, да, с Отечественной войной, то оно небольшое. Но пусть оно идет. Наверное, есть какой-то хитрый план.
Ковровых бомбардировок не было.
Правильно. Мы уничтожали энергетическую систему. Ну что, уничтожили? Ну, как где-то там сбой, перебой. Да я в Воронеже 10 лет назад сидел там без воды, знаете, там оно подавалось не так часто.
The Ukrainians have a saying, it's important to keep weapons clean. The US General Barry or McCaffrey have very interesting opinion about sending Abrams tanks to Ukraine.
President Biden has an extraordinarily competent national security team. Secretary Blinken, the State, Secretary Austin at Defense, CIA Director Burns, Jake Sullivan in the White House. These are some very experienced, smart people. We shouldn't confuse a political diplomatic argument with a military one. The entire effort here, appropriately, is to force Germany to take a more aggressive role in participating in the defense of Ukraine. The M1 tank is readily available within a week. We have hundreds of them in Europe now and can put them into theater very rapidly. It goes 265 miles on a single fuel tank. It goes 45 miles an hour. It kills people in the dark at 3,000 meters. There are 1,100 M1 tanks with the Egyptians. Of course, the Ukrainians, with civilian contractor support, can maintain these Abrams. They're not classified. We could send one to Russia wrapped in a red bow. They couldn't manufacture one in 10 years. So a lot of this is nonsense from a military perspective. One battalion of M1 tanks is inconsequential on this battlefield. They need an armored division in fairly short order before the spring, and we could do that in fairly short order. Ukrainian experienced tank crew can get fully qualified in 30 days. This is not complex machinery from an operator's perspective. So again, there's a lot of diplomatic strange things going on. Europe, with its massive economy, with its massive amount of military power, is self-intimidated by Mr. Putin.
Watch out, German and American tanks inbound for Ukraine. This pro-Kremlin crowd of youths in Nizhny Novgorod has flash mobbed a Soviet T-34 into existence as a show of, I don't know, force? You scared yet?
Традиционные ценности. Работайте, братья, за Россию! За Россию! За Путина! За Россию! За Путина! За Россию! За Путина!
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. he's doing the job every day.